Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we'll be treating trend lines. Okay, one just since it's a special edition, though I don't normally like depending totally on it, but it's a very, very beautiful helper. It helps to identify particular situations where a particular trend line is not working anymore. For instance, let's look at this. If trend line, some basic rules about trend line is it must connect two places. Then trend line is used basically to forecast or tell where price would react from next. As you can see, once price retraced, this was where it reacted from. Once price retraced, this was where it reacted from. Once price retraced, it broke it, came for retest. Now this is where using of just trend line would not be advisable because it broke out. But I would not say this is an actual break because an actual breakout is supposed to come out of the trend line. But all the same, some breakouts don't really come out of the trend line in an exposed fashion. Okay, so let's look at it that this was a breakout. It came for a test, came up, even break out the guy who broke out of the trend line bullishly, but it failed to do what? Go upwards. So trend line assist anybody in trying to identify the next area price would react from. Okay, so looking at this, you see that we're in a bearish market and the trend line is still holding so far. After the first and second, which I would refer to as a reference points, the other points afterwards would be the points that respect the trend line that was created or drawn from these two reference points. The same situation applies if you're going upwards. Okay, so for today, if we look at do some post analysis for last week, we discovered that price did exactly as we forecasted, took the sell here, but because of this level, I was very careful that taking sales here, price may do some higgledy piggledy. It eventually did it, you understand, which is this stop week before eventually dropping. Now, this dip is simply a week. This dip is simply a week. This particular trade did not activate. This one did not activate. Now, this is simply a week because it came down and did what? Came back up, respecting this horizontal line. This was actually the first clean bearish break or break downwards. Okay, so looking at this, we are still in seller's territory on the British pound, Japanese yen, but I'm not looking to take any sales because we're in a particular zone that price tends to react from strongly. So let's see if we can get some bullish momentum to come above this consolidation. So if we get some bullish momentum to come above that consolidation, we'll see if we can take buys going up. But at the moment, there is I don't want to just take any sales because we're in this you think this level is strong, you've seen nothing. This is even a stronger level downwards. This particular zone here is stronger than this level. So I'm just gonna be careful, wait. Let's see if we can get a further dip. Then price should do what? Fail to continue down, turn bullish. Then I'll be looking to take buys going upwards. So this is for British pound, Japanese yen. So this is what I'm looking at actually. Um, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Whenever price came here, have you seen it? It always reacted from this zone. 1, 2, and I don't expect anything different. Yes, it may dip deeper, but every time it entered that zone, it always runs out as if there is fire there. Okay. Um, Again, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell or button, comment what you'd like to see, and like. Okay. Now we have talked about the use of trend lines. Let's look at gold. For gold, gold is a very beautiful pair to trade, hands down. Okay. Now gold is generally in an uptrend, both on the daily and on the 4 hours and on the 1 hour. However, gold is stuck in a zone. Excuse me. In this zone. So sweet buys would occur once we get anything above this zone. We'll be looking for sweet buys to go up. Sells would occur if we get price coming below this level, this zone. Okay. So this is for looking for further sells. This will be scenario 2. Looking for further buys. This is scenario 1 in the direction of the trend. So this is what I'm looking at on gold. At the moment, it is stuck in this range. It's just playing ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. So let's see if it's going to come down. But do not anticipate to take sells just in a hurry. Wait for it to give us the breakout of this level, this zone, come for retest, which is the retracement. Then we take sells going further down. At least then we have sweet clean traffic all the way down here before we get to this area of concern or zone of concern. So this is what I'm looking at on gold. Buy above this particular zone because this is causing some strong interference, then sells below here. The last but not the least is Bitcoin. Last but not the least. Yeah, Bitcoin has been really beautiful. Just like we discussed. This is a clear factor. Okay. Price did all of this respecting this level or that zone, gave us a faker, came back. So price didn't actually close above. That's what I was trying to say. So for today, I'll be anticipating further sales. Okay, further sales at least till we get to this zone here. So this is a zone of concern. Further sales. Buys would occur if we get a bullish breach, come for a test, then continuation upwards. But at the moment, we'll trade what we see, which is what? Sells. Now, if you wish to use that trend line strategy, which is beautiful, this would be what we are looking at, something of this nature. They tell you, trend line doesn't fail, right? Look at it. Price is reacting from that place. If we keep it here, we'll see something. So you see that trend line is based on how you draw it. Okay, the way you draw it will determine where price would react from. In other words, the way you draw it would help to make you know whether you're right or wrong. This is the first touch. Second touch, look at it. So price broke out of the trend line, which is supposed to respect the trend line. It's not supposed to come below this bullish trend line. It broke bearishly. So we want to see if price will retest this trend line before dropping further. But it's not 100% that price must always retest, touch the trend line before dipping. But the fact is that there should be some retracement, then further bearish momentum. So this is exactly what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Very simple, something this as simple as this. So if you got any question, feel free to ask, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button or bell. That's all for now. Peace.